Okay, I wanted to show you something that you should know about your pressure washer. I don't want you to, what happened to me happen to you. I have my 2600 PSI Honda pressure washer here, and it works great. Now I'm going to show you one thing that you need to do to make sure that you don't mess up your pressure washer. Luckily I didn't, but it could have happened. So I have this hose extension on here so that there's not as much stress on this joint back here, and I wrap the hose up, and inside there you have a washer, usually like it's a rubber washer. Okay, so I put one of these in here, which is great. You just put it in and it's like a filter and keeps the junk that's in your hose out of your system. You don't want anything going inside your pump. So I bought a couple of these filters, and good thing I had it too, because I had one in there. I took my hose and I screwed it on here. Now I'm thinking, yeah, I'm ready to go now. I can't wait. Well, I wasn't getting any water pressure out of the stick. So I shut the machine down. You don't want to run it with no water coming out of it. And I was thinking, what is wrong with this? So I checked my hose, see if there was any kinks or anything. There wasn't any kinks. So I took the hose off this, and lo and behold, there was a lizard, a dead lizard inside the screen and blocking the water. So I'm like, man, I'm so glad I had this little screen. So I went and put it back on and ran it again, and the water didn't come out again. And I'm like, what's going on here? So I take the hose off here again, and I look at the screen, and there's another lizard on the screen. So the moral of this story is, before you put your hose on your pressure washer, run your hose without being connected. Make sure there's no animals or anything inside that hose, because if you do run it with that on the hose, you're going to burn out the pump. Hopefully it still ran. I don't know how much damage I did, but if you're going to have one of these pressure washers, also make sure you have one of these little screens, because it'll stop muck and whatever clogging up your hose. Make sure there's no kinks in your hose. So this is just a suggestion for when you're using your pressure washer. In my case, my Honda 2600 PSI Excel pressure washer. Make sure that hose is clear before you connect it to your pump, because you could have a bad day really quick.